And we are live. Do. Welcome, welcome. By the way, for anybody who is tuning in, please, if you would, check out the description. It gives you all the information about this live, readings, so forth and so on. Hello, Coco. I wish I knew what happened to my pen. I swear when my kids took it. And then they leave me with no writing utensils. Children, they are so sweet. Hello, Star Warrior. If you would, check out the description so that way you can know how we do things here since you are new, unless you're someone who's changed their name. You gotta love children. Go, Babe. And Star Warrior. Moon. All right, my ladies. For anybody who is joining us today, we're going to do a little recap. So if you're new here, you know what's going on. All my payment information is down in the description below. We do a 1 card free reading. So that's not questions. That's just whatever the universe feels like you need to know. Questions, it's $5 for 2. And I do 30-minute and hour readings as well. They can be booked during a live or in private. During the rest of the month, if you book one of the 30 or the hour readings, you get 1 free for a future date. So with that being said, who would like a reading? And if you would, please tell me what kind of reading you would like so that way I know. Not a problem, Coco, babe. You know me. I'm always around somewhere. Trying to stay warm for some reason today. The house just not staying warm. Coco, it looks like someone from your past is trying to do some manipulative tactics against you. So I would keep an eye out for that. Hey, Ascending Butterfly, welcome. I really wish I had my pen. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. See if I got it in here. Give me 1 second. So we got, hey, Tarot. How are you doing, my dear? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I am back. Let's go down the list. So, Warrior Moon. What do I got for you? Warrior Moon, we got 2 cards that popped up. So what we do here is I let you choose which one you would like to have read. So card 1 or card 2. Hey, Brittany, how you doing, baby? And if you're going to donate, let me know what you're planning to donate so that way I know. and I can put it by your name, because each payment that someone does, they get a different amount into the drawing. So, chew. So it seems like you got some things going on. Kind of feels like you're trapped between wanting to be out and kind of like stuck in your home in a way. It also feels that you feel like you're kind of trapped. So I don't know what's got you feeling like you're in this like mental trap, between a mental trap and a trap of wanting to be out but keeping yourself in. So hopefully that works. Something gets figured out at least. All right. Brittany, once you figure your payment out, once you do that, dear, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and keep on going down the row. Holy shit. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, guys. Because either my Cash App is malfunctioning or someone really paid for a fucking reading. So I'm not really sure which one it is. So just give me a second. Because for some reason I'm not getting the notification from it. Which normally it gives me the notification. But I'm not getting one. Okay. Let me see. Brittany, you said you want to do the 5 for 2 questions. So I got that down for you. Hash exit out and then back in. Well, that's what I was trying to do. But for some reason, it was just like, what the hell? Why is it not showing me? By the way, I'm going to need a cord with, so I can charge my phone. That's fucking oblivious. Why the fuck? These apps, I swear. I know someone sent me a great deal. I know Brittany was trying to send me something, but I use this to confirm it. Not saying I don't believe motherfuckers, because you know me. But what the hell? And why are you looking at me like that? It's not going to charge via this. I'm going to tell you that right now.
It won't?
No, because it's crap. All right, I'm going to have to restart my phone apparently, because it's not wanting to do what I want it to do. Someone paid a great deal amount and trying to make sure that they get their reading, but it won't show me who paid. All right, Brittany, I'm going to take your word and say you already sent it. So I'm going to do you, and then I've got Sherry. Let me write down your name so that way I can put you into the actual drawing as well. Gabrielle, hello. Let me see, is there anyone that I'm missing? So I know I did Coco, Warrior Moon, Passion and Healing. I haven't given you a reading yet, or Sending Butterfly. And Brittany, what are your 2 questions, babe? He is no longer a bunny. He finally changed out of the suit.
I did.
And yeah, I was about to say, what are you doing on the phone? I'm about to. Wow.
That should give you power.
Hi, Alex. Give me a second, guys. I got people coming in left and right. I'm being able to keep up. So yeah, if you want to, Brittany, go ahead and give me your questions, dear. I'm going to go ahead and do Sherry. I know that's probably not down the line, but we're mixing it up today. Okay, Sherry, here's how we do things since you're new. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. The next one is for Sherry, but for anybody who's new here, first things first, you get 1 card free, and that's just whatever the universe wants you to know. For any questions, it's 2 questions for $5. There's a 30-minute reading and an hour reading you can book as well. If you plan to book that, let me know. So we're going to go down the list. All right. So Sherry, you had quite a bit of cards pop up. So what we do here when we have quite a bit of cards pop up, I ask you to pick which one you want me to read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Pick your poison, my dear. I actually might need you to jump on my live on your phone today. So that way I can have help keeping caught up. Because I'm only one person. That is so weird. Why is it saying that? I don't know. I'm going to take it as a blessing from the fairies. So 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got Neptune in reverse. Which Neptune in reverse tells me that there's a lot of chaos going on in your life. And it seems like you're going more backwards than you are going forwards. So I don't know if like maybe there was an argument recently that you had. But hopefully the waters calm down. Normally Neptune is one where emotions are ramped up to the fucking max. All right, Brittany, who's coming towards me next in love and wants something long-term and committed? Who's coming towards me in love that will want something? Okay, so for that, we've got House and North Node in reverse. So that tells me the house, which means, you know, the people that we have in it. So our relationships with the people. But the bad thing is that North Node is normally one of you both having the same aspirations, wanting the same thing out of life. The individual who you're going to end up being with, you're not going to have the same aspirations. So you're going to have to work with something kind of like in the middle. Normally things like that happen. I mean, you can't dictate what people like or who they are, or what they feel their passion is. But let's see. Well, they want something that's long-term committed. That is the question. Right? That's usually how it goes. Maybe that's, I mean, that could also be what the card's meaning that what you want as far as in your mind as how it should go may not go that way. Fuck it, I'm bringing out the bitch deck for this one. If you want to formulate your next question, go ahead while yeah. So yeah, they're not going to have the same ideal as you do with long term, because I feel like they're the type of person that they see things in day by day. They don't see things in the long run perspective. I mean, if it's a guy that you're interested in, and sometimes women, we don't really know what the fuck we want until we get it. So maybe it's just they're waiting for someone to come into their life that will give them meaning. And that could possibly be you. Figure out your other question, Brittany, if you would. Passion. If you were wanting a reading, dear, let me know. And then it would go Ascending Butterfly. Holly, read the description. I am not picking at random. I actually have a list. And people who pay first, they go first. And then I go down the remainder of the list. You didn't say who. Well, that's the thing. You're asking for 2 questions. You're asking if they will be committed. Now, if we look at your question, you were asking, is the person that you get with, will they be committed? And basically, what are they going to be like? The 2 cards that popped up, actually, I can give you your exact question. So that way I can not just quote, but be exact. Who's coming towards me next in love and more they want something long term. So there is someone coming towards you, but I don't think that your commitment and their commitment is going to be the exact same thing. Oh, I said who is coming towards me. You have someone coming towards you, but the next person that you're going to end up being with is not going to have the same ideology as you as far as long term. Now, if you're looking for me to give a name, 2 cards ain't going to do it, and that would incline a full fucking reading. Like, I can't give you someone's full life and their description by just 2 cards. The next person that you're going to get with isn't going to want long term. That's basically what the cards are saying. And I will add you skill. Gabriella, I have not checked my email. Ladybug, check the description. Alexander, wait your turn. Service interrupting my question. I didn't ask who is next person towards me. I said who is coming towards me that will want long term. I mean, you're misinterpreting my question. Well, when I read your question, I didn't read it as, when will I ever have someone who wants long term? You said, or at least the way that I'm taking it from your original question, was that you're wanting to know what's coming next. Not as far as distant in the future. Let me see something real quick. Now, if you want to reword your question, then I will redo your card. But arguing with me doesn't change what I got from the cards. And I'm not trying to be mean by any means. So hopefully it's not coming off that way. It's just, if I interpret it a certain way and I'm reading the cards, I can only give you what I'm interpreting from what I'm seeing. Okay, now look at that. Who is coming next to me in love? Coming next to me in love. And then if you break it up, that will want something long-term and committed. So those right there are 2 different questions. What is coming towards me in love? And then when will I get love that will be long-term and committed? Those are 2 different questions, my dear. Even though we want the same thing for them to come united, the next thing in love isn't going to be your ideal. Now, if you're asking me what will be the one that is the one where it's long-term commitment and who knows, maybe down the road you might get married, then yes, we can interpret that. Hello, Maria. And hello, Hannah. Hopefully I said it right. Or Marie. Sorry about that. So used to getting Maria's. So do you want to ask who's going to be the one that you marry or how long that's going to be till you find the one who's right for you. That's going to be long term as far as a relationship. Like, okay, now you're getting into a room. Oh, you got a journey, my dear. Okay, so I'm going to give you the first card that popped out. And the first one that popped out is this one, which is the Eight of Discs in reverse. So that means that you're putting too much into what you think it should be rather than what it actually is. So this is part of it. This is what you're drawing into yourself. So it goes into the whole question, which there's a good ending. So give it a minute. Then we got lust in reverse. It seems that you're bringing the energy of you want this romantic mystery of life, but it seems there needs to be an adjustment. Before you can meet the person that you're meant to meet, there's a few things that you're going to have to do first. By the way, if I can ask kindly, because I'm getting overloaded in the chat, right now I'm giving Brittany a reading. So if everybody could stop writing, except for Brittany, that would really help me out. Honey, I understand your question. I got like 6 cards here in front. Well, actually more than 6 cards, probably about 8 or 10 in front of me. I'm trying to give you the reading, dear. So we got adjustments. You're going to have to make some life adjustments before this person's going to come into your life. Now, if you give me a little bit, I'll actually give you a little hint on who's coming and when they're coming. So we got the Fool. This is someone who's a little bit doughy-eyed and naive. It seems that they're probably middle-aged, somewhere around there. But we've also got completion in reverse. So this person is going to have baggage and probably is someone that you actually already know, but they're not finished with the cycle that they were in before all of this comes into play. Then we've got sorrow in reverse, which means joy and happiness. We've got death in reverse, which death is rebirth and new and all that. We know that. And then we've got fortune. So you are going to get what you want, but it's at least going to take 10 months before you get to it. So it's someone you know who isn't done with their relationship yet, but is almost to that point. It's someone who brings you joy. That is going to be your next long-term committed relationship, but you got to wait for them to get done with their shit and get their head out of their ass. Hey, Ladybug. Ladybug, my dear, please look at the description. Currently, right now, I am doing a reading for Brittany. That's why I'm not really communicating with everybody. I'm not trying to be rude for anybody who's coming in. If you're new and you subscribed, I appreciate it. I'm just trying to make sure Brittany gets her reading and we can get her next question. And then after that, I will go down the list of who I got. And then the names that I wasn't able to write down, I will go back and go through the list, make sure I get everybody's name written down. X has been trying to contact me. What does he want and how is he feeling about me? Why is the X trying to contact Brittany? Why is the X? Okay, so here's the question. With the X, is he with somebody currently? Or is the reason that you guys were acting? Good morning, Seawolf. How are you doing, sweetheart? I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'm trying to weed through it. My guides told me I needed to go live today. I almost didn't. Hey, Sarah. Yes, I'll add you to the list. I'm gonna get it. Just so you know, it is quite a nice list. All right. The reason that I bring that up is because we've got the Queen of Discs and we got the Queen of Swords. So this is one that protects and loves and cares and gives. I'm going to assume this one's yours. Then we've got the Queen of Swords, one who wishes to bring about destruction, who likes to cause chaos, who likes to basically start some shit. And then we got this guy. This guy is normally someone who's maybe a little bit older, so I don't know if the person that you were with was older, but they seem like they had a way with words and a way to manipulate things to kind of get it to go the way that they want. Unfortunately, with this whole situation, it didn't work out with the one that they had issues with. And the reason I say that is because I got this card right here, which is a card of failure. So it looks like to me, basically, they're just trying to crawl back because what they tried didn't work out for them. And then they realized they're a fucking dumbass. So, I mean, that's what I'm getting from it. If I were you, if he didn't know your worth the first time, he's definitely not going to know it the second time. So I wouldn't give him the fucking time of day. If you don't have to. I don't know if there's kids involved or anything like that, but with situations like that, when people do you that way, tigers don't change their stripes overnight, especially not in, a year's time. She-Wolf already got you down, babe. Then that was the best course of response. All right. Passion. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through the list, guys. If I don't call your name, then you can comment afterwards. I will let you know once I get through this list real quick. So we got passion and healing. I'm going to go ahead and give you your card. If you're actually wanting a reading, then you can let me know after I go through the list, like if it's a paid reading or questions or whatever it is you want to know. So passion, you need to change what you're seeing, what you're saying, because it seems like you don't got everything in a certain situation that's come up. How do I even word that? A situation that came up. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. My mind's been in the gutter all day. So there's a situation that came up that it's not really, you're not allowing yourself to fully see the situation. There's challenges that you're facing currently, and those can only be changed by changing the perception on how you view the situation. So hopefully that ends well for you. Sending butterfly. Let's see what we got for you if you are still here. Sending butterfly, you've got a guardian angel who's been trying to speak to you. I think it's a past loved one, to be honest. Normally guardian angels are. But you need to start opening yourself up to messages and receiving them and actually learn something from them. It seems like you're not really getting much from it. Brittany, by the way, you're welcome, dear. I'm so sorry that I misconstrued what you were asking. Just sometimes my mind's a squirrel and I got to figure out what you're talking about. Not only you, anybody really. All right, we've got Alex. Alex, you have an imbalance in your life, baby. We've got the 8th house, which is a house of balance. Balance means everything. So your life, your money, your finances, whatever it may be, you are fucking unbalanced. So here's what you need to do. You need to take every situation one thing at a time and figure out what is causing the imbalance in each area of your life. If it all boils down and you can't see the issue, then you need to look in the mirror. and you need to start working on yourself and in your first house. Hey, Rhonda, welcome. I will add you to the list. You are very welcome, Sending Butterfly. All right, Holly. So, what the fuck is that? Hey, bunny. Something. I hear it. I just don't know what it is. That way. That way. Sorry, I'm sending my killer. Sarah, if you've already sent your $5, let me know and I'll double check it and then I'll go straight to your questions. Let's see who I got next. I got Holly. And thank you, Hannah. I appreciate it. Who flipped? You flipped. Holly, it seems like you're dealing with some fuckery, my dear. And the way that I see it is it's someone who's a little bit younger, a little bit conniving. Actually, they might even be the same age, to be quite honest. Or around the same age. Not too older, not too younger. But it seems like they're trying to cause chaos. They're trying to play a game and they don't know how to play it. Oh, isn't that sweet? See, when we have the 10 of Pentacles, that lets me, when it's this way, someone's trying to play you. When it's this way, they're trying to play a game, but yet they don't know how to play a game, which is sad, really. Because if you're going to try to play somebody and use them as a pawn, at least know what the fuck you're doing. And it's good of you to actually spot it. Hey, Crystal. I'm going to add you too, my dear. By the way, if any of you guys have actually paid for a reading and I don't know it yet because I'm trying to play catch up, all you got to do is just comment, let me know, and then I'll check and we'll get on it. All right. I've got skill 89, just skill 89. What do we got for you? So we got the Wheel of Fortune, but yet it is in reverse. So that tells me that you're falling on hard times. It may either be cash. It may be your luck. Hannah, you have been added. You just got to wait, my dear. You're literally right after this reading. Just hold on to your panties, light you a joint, pour some liquor, whatever you got to do. Chill for a minute. So this tells me that you're going through some hardships, Jay. Yes. Not you, the other Jay. The Jay that's on behind the computer, not the Jay that's in that bedroom. Dear Lord, I'm over it. Coffee break. All right, squirrel brain back. Anyway, so whatever it is that you're going through, know that you can turn the Wheel of Fortune into your favor. You just got to make sure that you're making the right sacrifices. It's not going to be easy. You got about 2 weeks of bullshit coming your way. Good luck. Yeah, I say Jay, and then he's like, what? And I'm like, oh, shit, the bunny thought I was talking to him. You guys don't understand the bunny joke, but he was in a bunny suit for like 3 days. He wouldn't get out of it. Hannah. What do I got for Miss Hannah? Hannah. Gabriella, I did see your thing about a reading too. You're just going to have to give me a minute, honey. Hannah, what do I got for Hannah? Well, hopefully it gets better, my dear. Just know you're kind of like in the middle of the storm. Here in a couple weeks, it's all going to clear and it's going to seem like nothing. Hannah, my dear, we got the Page of Pentacles, which normally the Page of Pentacles is trying to fix things that are broken. But in this sense, you don't need to fix what is broken. About my theses, I'm going to make it. Okay, wait. About my master theses. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying. If I am going to make it this year, instead of trying to fix what's broken, don't. Keep on going. You're doing fine. The only reason that this actually matches up with that is because this is basically your guide's way of saying, calm the fuck down. You've got this in the bag. Chill out. Hopefully that helps you. Normally, questions and cards don't really line up that much, so see this as a blessing. All right, Hannah. Now we got Marie. Are you still here, Marie? Where are you? I know you flipped. All right. Whoa, shit. Give me a second. She flew. Where did she fly? Bunny! I can't find the card. Excuse me. We're having difficult. Fuck. I give up. I haven't had enough coffee. That's what happens in my life. We were out without creamer for like 2 days, and it was horrible. So we got the Page of Wands. It seems like you're skating around something that you're wanting to talk about, and you're not really sure how to go about it. So to me, it seems like one of those people that no matter which way you go, they're gonna explode in some form or way, or maybe they might surprise you and actually be calm as fuck. Either way, you're gonna have to say it. So you might as well say what you need to say. It's been a fuckery today. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Okay, so we're going to have a reading break where I'm going to talk about some shit. So, in the last 2 days, I have seen so much shit in my house, and my sleep has been like sporadic. My energy has been chaotic more than I'm used to. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in my house. So, if I'm a little off for the next week, you guys know why. Okay, let's go for Ladybug. I'm assuming fairies. I'm not for sure, but I'm assuming fairies. Which is common around this time. Fucking fairies. All right, Ladybug, it seems like you got some people, and when I say people, I mean friends, who are kind of using you as their laughter as you're basically, what's that old-timey term? It's not a jouster. A jester. You're pretty much their entertainment. And it seems like you recently found out that you were the expense of their laughter. You know, some things you got to see it like this. People are assholes. And trust me, I'm one of those assholes where we find something, we find it funny, and we keep on saying it over and over again. And really, it might hurt you. You just got to let them know not to be an asshole. And hey, you guys, it hurts a little bit. And then move on. If you want to ask a question, go into my description box. Pay me on Cashapp, and I will take your questions. If you want a free reading, that information is in there as well. The real schnizzle. Whoever the fuck. I'm going to call you the real foreign, because your name eludes me. Thanks, Gabriella. Oh, Sea Wolf, my dear. I am so close to having almost all these readings, and then I can actually talk like a human being. If you want to ask a question, pay the price. Thank you. All right, Sea Wolf, I got 3 cards for you, baby. 1, 2, or 3. Hey, love, I'm adding you to the list. You got a while. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people ahead of you. If it's a question, look down below, and that's got my Cash App. Let me know when you send it, so that way I can verify it. All right, my dear, it seems like you're finally getting the upper hand in the situation that you've been dealing with for the last couple weeks. Just be careful on how you do this. Just because you have the upper hand, don't squeeze too tight or you're going to lose that grip. Well, I am... Okay, now I'm lost. Give me a second. No, I got you. Well, am I able to have a card? You are able to have a card, my dear? the real shiznit. I don't fucking know what your name is, but God love you. Your profile picture looks great, by the way. What I can see from the little bitty chat head that's like this small. You look awesome. So just give me a little bit. Sarah Latia. Sakura. Talk like that. Hannah, I will add you. Just got to give me a second. I'm like a little squirrel trying to rule the world one little notepad at a time. Okay, so Seawolf. I need to do you now. And then, so I'm going to give Seawolf her reading, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. Oh, thank you. Crystal, you will be next then, my dear. Let me go ahead and get Seawolf, which I think I actually did Seawolf. Oh, man, you know, my brain's going. By the way, it's not really this chaotic normally. You did me. Fuck yeah, I did you. Wow. All right, Crystal, you have me. I am your genie for the next 2 questions, my dear. So you let me know what I need to do for you. I had you marked down as I did you, but then I second guessed myself because of the fuckery. I was told that I would be getting a new position next year. What position would it... Wait, what position do you know if it'll be? You know what? These cards are not good for that question. These fucking cards are fucking great for that question. That's why I have 5 decks. Because see, when you have the mind of a squirrel and you're a reader, you can't just have one deck. Oh, no, my love. This one right here is the astrology deck. It's very pretty. I don't know if you can see the label, but I'm going to be making a video of all my decks and some of the books that I got with them, and the ones I didn't, I'm actually going to show you guys where to get them. So if you're ever interested in that, look out for the video called Meet My Tarot Decks. Okay, so we're going to go with your question so I don't get lost because, you know, squirrel mentality. Okay, I was told about the position. We laid down your cards for it. Let's see what we got. So we got the 11th house, which is a house of sorrow, traveling, maybe finding a different direction. It seems like wherever you're at right now, it's not the ideal position. That's what I'm going to say. So you're looking for a different position. It's not ideal. It seems to be bringing you a lot of imbalance in your life, which we've got Capricorn energy. So Capricorn energy can mean a few different things, especially in a work environment. Either 1, you're a Capricorn, 2, you work with a Capricorn, or 3, you've got the drive as a Capricorn. And basically, it's like you keep on pushing forward and keep on pushing. Like, it seems to me like this job is causing you more chaos than it is joy. But yet you keep on pushing thinking that things are going to get better. But I'm going to let you know, the way it's looking, there's not going to be no moving up. Because this is the 12th house, the house of sorrow. This house basically lets us know that, hey, everything is fucked up and not going the way that it should be going. And it's time for us to reevaluate our lives, which brings in a lot of big decisions, such as maybe new careers, new loves, maybe even possibly moving. So this is something that you might have to think about. Either that, or it might be that, you know, the job that comes, there's a price that you're going to have to pay, but it's going to be something that's going to be hard for you to actually pay. So that helped somewhat. Now let's see if we can get a definite. Because that tells us it can go either way. But the way that it's leaning, it looks more like it's not going to happen. Where's my asshole deck? By the way, for if you're new, this is my asshole deck. It is a Thoth deck. And it is the bearer of truth, even when we don't want it. All right, what do we got? Strengths. Okay, stand and what? Ooh. Okay, this is not going to work for you. And here's the reason I say that. When I seen this card, this is the Priestess in reverse. Priestess means that you're manifesting the things in your life. It's coming to being. And you're actually getting what you're putting forth. But when it's in reverse, that means the opposite is coming your way. So whatever it is that you're expecting, you're not actually getting what you want. So my question for you after that big too much Witcher. After that big whole fiasco, is there a second question that you would like to follow up with that? Sarah, you have, after this reading, Destiny, the line for you, my dear, since I didn't even have you on the list. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're 8 in a row. You're down by 8. Well, I end up arguing with someone at work. Well, I can tell you the way that it's looking, I'm going to say so. But we're going to pull a card on it just to make sure. Sorry, guys. I ain't like an 8-ball. You can't shake me, and I can't give the answers right away. I mean, you could shake me. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I might like it, pull my hair a little bit, call me dirty. Anyway, pick your card, my dear. 1, 2, or 3. Well, actually, why am I telling you to pick a card? You paid. See, that's what happens when you got a mind of a squirrel. So we got Judgment in reverse, which means there was some injustice in your surroundings, which I'm going to take it as someone's being a dick. Then we've got the Ace of Wands, which normally is a nurturer and a care provider. But when it's in reverse, it's more of like hatred and not fear, but kind of wanting to get even. Revenge at its best. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. It looks like to me that you're not going to get to that point, but fortune is going to be in your favor, and they are going to get the boot the fuck out. Either that or they're going to be demoted in some form or way, or maybe even fucking kicked out of their job title. Sarah, for you, my dear. Did somebody... Oh, okay. I'm not losing my mind. Damn, who? I can actually find that out. Whoa. Tower in reverse. Tower in reverse. Seems to be the one who talks the most. Ladybug, you have not been called yet. I've got Sarah, Rhonda, Crystal, Daryl, Love, Shakira, Hannah, and Destiny. Ladybug, I did you actually. Matter of fact, so what you're going to have to do, good luck. You're going to have to go back and check the video because it's been quite fuckery. So the one that I'm talking about is the one who seems to be chatty and seems to be in everybody's business, which she seems to be about in her mid-20s. Actually, she seems younger. She seems on the younger side. You're very welcome, dear. Sarah. Let's see what we got for you, my dear. Cards are being crazy. I know. That's why I'm over here like, ah! You ever see that scene where it's in Home Alone and the kid's like sees the guys and is like, oh crap, and goes the whole ass, and it's like, oh crap. That's what it feels like in my mind right now. What do I got for Sarah? Sarah, it seems like we got the Empress. So it seems like currently right now, you got some things in your life that are manifesting, but yet you're still looking for more. Stop and appreciate the things that are actually being given to you. And once you learn to appreciate the things that you have, instead of trying to manifest the things that you don't, you'll be able to actually finally manifest the thing that you really want. Rhonda. If you want a question, you got to pay for it. Cash App's in the description. Once you do, let me know. Rhonda, what do I got for you? Rhonda, something's took away your spirit. Fifth house is one of being creative. So I don't know if you're feeling a lack of being creative, or maybe you're losing kind of like your spark to actually just do shit. But you need to dust yourself the fuck off and get up and try to figure out what has caused you to get into this slump. Because I would tell you to dust yourself off, but this seems like something that's always constantly surrounding you, and you can't get away from it. So it's something that you're going to have to face head on before you can even progress forward. All right, so we got Crystal. What do I got for Crystal? You're very welcome, Rhonda. All right, what do we got for Crystal? Crystal, it seems like you had plans of traveling, maybe even moving, kind of wanting to get away, or maybe it's just a feeling of wanting to get away. But I hate to tell you, babe, that ain't going to happen anytime soon. So the best thing that you can do is find a good book to read and put your head in the cloud, or find a show, because your ass ain't going nowhere for quite some time. The real. I finally made it over to you. I think it's just things falling into the cage. If you don't mind getting them out, because it's actually holiday decorations instead of playing a game. Very appreciated. Thank you. Oh, I know. I asked so much. You tortured soul. Request in your next life. That ain't working. Thank you. I just don't want it to get ruined, or when the dogs get... Is there a dog in a cage? Oh.
Here's the blanket.
They're real. Thank you, baby. The real, it seems like you were real close to losing all the things that you had, but you managed to make by just by the scrape of your teeth. You need to learn. You can't keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You are not going to have 9 lives. You got to give it a break. You need to move on something that is less destructive and is going to leave you in a place of peace instead of chaos. Trust me, I love chaos. Who doesn't? But you need to see this as a second chance. Take it and strive to do a little bit better. Mia. Oh, I love that name, Mia. Love Mia. Love Mia. If you don't get what the second chance is, you haven't learned the lesson yet. All I know is I can read what the cards give me. It's up to you to make what the meaning is behind it. But if you're not finding the meaning, good luck. So we got the King of Cups. And this one is for Mia, which tells me there is a gentleman who seems to be eyeing you, and you know who it is. There's not really much to tell. I mean, if I could, Mia, I would give you more than that, but with one card readings, it's hard for me to dig into it. All I know is what I'm being shown, and it's just whatever the universe is wanting to put out there. So give it a couple days, let it sink in. If something doesn't seem right, you can always come back every day, get a reading. Maybe we can dig a little deeper with each reading. Mia, I actually just did you, baby. So just go back a little bit. Okay, so we got Shakira, which for some reason it keeps on popping up this one. So for me, that just lets me know that there was an altercation between you and maybe a significant other or a male that you were close to. So it doesn't seem like it ended on a good note. So I'm sorry. Yes, this is for you. Can I get a card? Zoe, you're going to have to give me a minute. It seems like they were holding something back from you. And you know that they're holding something back. And I feel that's kind of where the argument kind of ensued. If it hasn't happened yet, be on the lookout for it to happen. All right, I've got Hannah. Hannah Jules. Oh, you are a mess. That's going to be fun. So whenever I have multiple cards pop out, by the way, sorry for calling you a mess, but when I have this many cards pop out, give me a second. Okay, so I got 17 cards that popped out. You get one. So pick 1 through 17, baby. Okay. Yeah, that's the pile that came out on you. I was like, shit. Trust me, you're not the first one to come into my lives and have that issue. You won't be the last one. Okay, so we have this card right here, which is the 8 of Pentacles. And with this, normally when the 8 of Pentacles is this way, it's like working to get rid of the new, starting to rebuild anew, you know, kind of working on oneself. But when it's in reverse, that tells me instead of having good things come towards you and actually putting out more good things into the world, it seems like you're kind of stuck in reverse. So instead of getting rid of the things that no longer really fit you or are not good for you, you keep on inviting those fuckers in. So this is the time that you need to take a moment to yourself. I know you're not one that likes to be super alone. Take some moments by yourself to figure out who you want to weed out. This is the perfect time of the year. Things are already dead, and it's time to kind of get rid of the fuckery that isn't doing you no good. If it ain't feeding you, fucking you, or financing you, send it out the damn door. Destiny. We finally meet. And then we got Zoe. All right, Destiny. You're very welcome, dear. All right, Destiny. I got 2 cards, babe. Pick 1 or 2. Javia, hello. Sarah, go back and watch the video. I don't know how far back it is, but you've already had your reading, babe. Just be careful what you wish for. You got a few things that are going to come up, and you're going to have an option on what route you want to go. Just make sure that you know the fine print. Because whenever we wish for something, sometimes it doesn't turn out exactly the way that we want, and then we wonder what the fuck happened. Zoe, what do I got for you? Yes, ma'am. If you can't find it, we'll do it again, but I've got you marked off, which lets me know I did do it. So if you go back, you should be able to see it. Zoe, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The fuckery is among us. Which card do you choose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, my dear, I'm talking to you. Lillian, Zoe. Zozo. Zuzu. Ah! What card do you pick? You got 1 through 6, dear. 6. My favorite card of them all. This is the best one to tell them. Look, I know you're kind of wading through this fucking minefield of fuckery. And you're kind of looking for a way out, trying to figure out what your next move should be, trying to watch every step that you take because you're afraid that you're going to make the wrong one. calm the fuck down. Relax. It ain't that deep. And if someone gets offensive and they can't understand what you're trying to do with your life, then let them go. Giovanna or Javia. Javia sounds more appropriate. Javia, you're very welcome, dear. All right, let's see what we got for you, my love. Woo-hoo. So this card for me has two meanings. So the first meaning either means that you're having a battle within yourself or you're having a battle with someone else. But I'm going to assume this is more of an internal battle with the Two of Swords, where on one hand, you could do something that's more light, or on the other hand, you can get revenge. I don't know what's really going on with the two. Hello, Aurora. Welcome. If you're wanting reading, let me know. Let me know which one. If you're wanting questions, down below in the description. Whatever internal battle that you're going through, you're not alone. A lot of people go through some crazy ass shit. I mean, look here. I'm a fucking squirrel giving readings to people, and my mind's been out of whack ever since we started. Like, there's hope. Oh, Nova. Nova, Nova, Nova. Supernova girl. Anybody remember that Disney movie? Xeon, Supernova girl. That song. So, Nova, it seems like you've got a little bit of sun energy on your side. And what I mean by this is the sun means new relationships, a courtship, a new beginning. So I'm not sure if someone new is coming to your life or maybe rekindling an old flame, but it does look to be promising. And that was our whole fucking list. Unless I missed somebody, then I don't know. But dear Lord, I've never started a live and literally for one straight hour been like, bam. Feel like I've been hit in the face. Now, with that being said, Mommy's going to smoke a cigarette. If you guys have any like magical questions or want to pay for questions or something else or have questions just in general, let's talk about it. Hello, Marley. Or if somebody did send money and I forgot to give them a reading, let me know. Gabriella, I haven't forgot about you. Just give me a minute. Kept my promise. Was that you, Sarah? With that big, it ain't even showing, it was so big. Veta, Vanita, Lee, you can get a card and you're just going to wait for me to smoke a cigarette because I haven't done nothing besides a couple sips of coffee to barely hit my soul. And I've done readings for like the last hour. Like there wasn't a minute in between. And thank you so much, Gabriella, for helping and anybody else. Yeah, Sarah, it totally threw me off because I was like, where the fuck did that come from? And then I was like, oh, shit. And then it was like right after that, chaos. Vanita, I do got you. Yeah, that really came out well, didn't it? Vanita. Almost like Pooh Bear, right? I do got you put down on the list along with Gabriella. Is she still here? So, how's everybody doing? Fuck. That was like tarot reading on crack. And then I felt bad because Brittany and I misunderstood her question, and I'm just like, fuck. Not trying to make a bad impression, but I was so lost. All right. Mommy got her nicotine. Now let's go for reading. Marley, Marley, Marley. What should I do with you? All right, Marley. It looks like you're trying to find a decision on someone that you recently met. They seem assured of you, but you don't see assured of them. So you're trying to figure out the truth. I can admire that. These were the two cards that popped up. So I just gave you kind of like a generalized reading between the two. Because at this point, that was a lot of fuckery. Vanita. What do I got for you, my dear? You're very welcome. Vanita, you got to spend more time on yourself. Self-care. You're not giving yourself the proper care. You need to work on that. Gabriella, the youngster who helped me. Gabriella, what's going on with you and your friends? It seems like there's a little bit of a disconnect between you and your posse, your pack, your bros. Hey, Skylar. Ash, you may have a card. Look, I can't really say much. Look at me. Here I am in a hoodie. Hair looks a mess. You know, I can't really say a whole lot about self-care, but I can tell you how you need to do it. Give me a second. I'm writing down everybody's name so that way I can put you guys in for our drawing that we do. It's going to be on the 24th. And you have a chance to win a free 30-minute reading. Yes, ma'am, my dear. By the way, for anybody who's joined and hasn't done it yet, if you guys would be so kind to follow the channel, that really helps me out. That's the only thing I really ask when people can't pay is just follow the channel to help me get my subscriptions up and stuff. All right. I was looking at Poppy when these popped out. So Poppy, pick one or two. Your choice. Hey, Bunny, can I have my coffee heated, please?
Yes, give me 1 second here. I'll hook you right on up.
I totally appreciate it. Seems like you're wishing for something that you really don't need. But if you actually take the time... Wait, who did? That was Skylar. Skylar, you little twerp. Wait your turn. I didn't mean to call you a twerp. Who fucking knows? I give up on apologizing. Wheel of Fortune for May. Sorry, I wasn't reading. Poppy, this one's for you. Right now, currently, my dear, you are having a little bit of bad luck. You got to remember that when it comes into situations of life that you have the ability to turn it around. But some of the things I feel like were kind of self-caused a little bit. So maybe it's time to work on some of those things that we don't like working on. It's called shadow work, working on oneself. And once you do that, things will smooth out. It's just a lesson. Don't you fucking hate it. Now, Skylar, this one's for you. You were supposed to meet up with somebody. I don't think it went as planned. Or maybe the meeting did happen, but you didn't exactly get what you wanted out of it. Just chuck it as a fucking loss. Chuck it in the fucking bucket. That's what we all do here. We chuck it in the fucking bucket. If it doesn't work, we keep on fucking moving on till something does work. That's my motto for life. Chuck it in the fucking bucket and buy a Baby Yoda. Piece of candy.
Piece of candy.
That's what their name is, piece of candy.
That's nice. Piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Right.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Piece of candy.
All right, piece of candy, my dear. Let's get you going. There is a free list, my dear. It's a one-card draw. It's a generalized question. It's whatever the universe wants you to know. For anybody who's new here, if you would, please subscribe. That really helps my channel. I appreciate it. If you want a paid reading or if you actually have specific questions, I would ask that you refer to the description. That'll give you all the information you need to know. And let's see what we got for piece of candy. Piece of candy. You need to step out of that darkness and come into the light a little bit. Now, normally, if it was this way, that means that you need to embrace your darker side. But it seems like you need to see the light in life a little bit. I'm thankful for your work. Well, thank you, dear. I appreciate that. But it seems like you just need to take a lighter approach to life. I know life sucks. Fucking 2020 is fucking dick. Give me a minute, guys. I got to write down names. Lydia Oakley. I'm getting a lot of lovely new people. By the way, I am a chaotic little squirrel reader, so if I don't understand something, I do apologize ahead of time. If I say your name wrong, I do apologize ahead of time. And there is a list. Bria. I'm so sorry for your loss, my dear. Give me 1 second. Oh, I didn't forget about you, country. I got you right down here. Give me a second. You know, I don't know what your... By the way, guys, we're going to take one of those reader minutes. We're going to take a reader minute because even though I do readings, I actually kind of give a fuck about people. So we're going to talk to Piece of Candy for a minute, and then I will get on with any other readings. Ash, I believe I did one for you, my dear, but if I did not, I will throw a card down after I get done talking to Piece of Candy. So when it comes to death, I kind of know what you're going through because I've lost my mom when I was 15. Well, not my mom, my dad. Lost my dad in 2015, not 2015, 2005. Then I lost my mom in 2015. So I kind of know where you're coming from. Like, man, there's just something about when you lose a mom, it's just so much worse. Now, don't get me wrong. Me and my mom, when I was younger, we didn't really get along that well. It was kind of when I got older and had my own kids and got the fuck out that we kind of mellowed the fuck out and meshed. But one thing that I would advise to do, that I don't care what your path is, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Wiccan, pagan, atheist, whatever the fuck you want to do. But what I would suggest is setting up an altar, or if you have a picture somewhere, like on a desk, occasionally put things that she likes. So it's not like she's dead. It's like you're kind of like saying, hey, mom, check this out. Like, I got this for you. Kind of like a little table of goodies for her. I have a ancestor altar in this room, actually. And whenever I bring something new into it, it's for the spirits of the house, along with those who passed on. And you just got to remember, they can communicate through dreams. So if you're having any dreams of them, you can always put out an extra plate during, dinners or holidays for them. There is something over there. I hear it. Random side note. Sorry, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But those are just some things that you can do. It's not going to heal real quickly, but at least let you feel like they're not completely gone, in a sense. And another thing that helped me was writing letters. So I would write a letter of what happened or what's going on. And then once I got done with that letter, I would either burn it and put the ashes in a little urn of some sort, or take it out to the grave. You're very welcome, my dear. When it's not so chaotic in here, drop by, have a little chat. You can always email me at thedevinewitch@gmail.com. We try to be there for everybody as much as we can. All right, Linda. We got you. We got Linda, Bree, and then Country. Linda, pick your card. 1, 2, or 3, baby. This one right here is called Seek Your Destiny. And what that card tells me is there's another one behind it. And so you are also someone who needs to walk the path of light for a little bit. So to figure it out what it is that you're supposed to be doing in your life, you need to look on the brighter side of things, even though it doesn't seem like possible at times, but it feels like sometimes you get overwhelmed by the bad instead of the good. Just try to focus on the good a little bit more. Bree, you have a lesson to be learned, and you are not learning from your lesson, Bree. You need to listen up, and those who are giving you advice are giving it for a reason. You're very welcome, my dear. I know it's short and sweet, but some of the best messages are Country. Someone's been trying to talk to you, and you're ignoring what they're trying to tell you. I don't know if it's someone that's alive or maybe someone that's passed. Normally when this card shows up, it's someone that's passed trying to come through. But they've been trying to tell you something for a while, and you got a gut feeling of what it is. But you need to take it as it's not just you going crazy. It's actually something that you need to listen to. Thank you. Zuri. By the way, I do accept tips if you want to tip your Witcher. And, you know, 'tis the season to be tipping. La 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 la. If you have questions, they're 5 for 2. If you buy a reading, you get one free for a later date. That's going to go through the rest of the month. And that's for 30-minute readings and hour readings. Hey, there's a light there. I don't think he's having a good day today. Oh, are you all right, baby? You need some Tylenol? Because that looked like that hurt. Zuri. Seems like the gods have been giving you a little something special. Don't see it as a bad thing. See it as a good thing. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Cashapp is my demon of choice to be paid through. Information's down below. Ash, I forgot about you. I'm not even going to lie. I truly did. Information on how to tip, Cashapp down below. It's just like the name on the channel. All you got to do is add a $sign to it. Ash. What do we got for Ash? Aw. Ash, we got the Lovers in reverse. I don't know if you just came out of a relationship or maybe you were trying to court somebody and it just didn't quite work, but I do give you my sympathy. Trinity. Or Trinity Grace, I'm assuming is her name. Don't look to the past for the answers when all you need to do is focus on the path ahead of you. That right there is a life lesson everybody on this chat could learn from. Sometimes we want to go back into the past of what could be, what would be, and if we would have changed things. But in reality, you can only do so much. And if you were back then where you are now, you wouldn't change it in the first place. Sorry, guys, for blowing my nose, but my allergies are going nuts. Stephanie, how are you doing, my dear? I haven't looked at any of your questions yet. I swear it sounds like my kids are running a dog track upstairs. All you hear is... I'm sorry, you cute little things. I cannot pay attention to you, even though you are adorable. I'm heartbroken. Well, why are you heartbroken? Can I ask how long it took you to learn tarot and how long you were in reading? I've been learning to read tarot since I was 15. I'm now currently 31, so that's 16 years of practice. For the first 5 years that I was doing tarot, I was just reading by the book. And then I started following my intuition when I started to read, because I could always feel people's emotions. I could always hear people talking to me. And one day I just took a chance, and something that I heard in my ear, I just said it. And then the person in front of me started breaking down. And I started to realize that when I'm doing my readings, I'm channeling the power that I have of insight and being able to communicate with those in this realm and in the other realm. And to be honest, it's something that you just don't learn and master right away. It's something that I've been working on for the last 16 years, and I'll continue and probably till the day I die. Tiana or Luke. Hey, honey. Well, honey, if you're wanting to get a reading on it, just let me know. I'm sorry that it's happening to you, but I can't really give you any information. Luke, my love, that would be a paid reading session, dear. Hey, Amy. Didn't you just come after the chaos? It has been crazy. I'm telling you. It has been nonstop, girl. Nonstop. Cold out there? We ain't doing no tablet today. Hate to tell you. Sorry. Because I don't even know where it is. Now, if I find it, I'll charge it and we can do it some other day, but I don't even know where it's at. Sorry, guys, family life. Can you pull a one card? I can always pull a one card. And depending on who I'm around, I can pull a lot of other things too. All right, pick your card, one or two. I know, Amy. I'm just like, why? You should have seen me earlier. I hadn't had no coffee. I finally got coffee. And literally from 0.01 of starting this live to 1 hour and 5 minutes, it was nonstop getting hit with readings. Something has come out in your life, Luke. And here's what I mean. When we see this card, that lets us know that we're digging something up. When we see this, that means something's been revealed. So I don't know if something's come to you most recently, like some information, or maybe you just figured something out. I don't really know. But it seems to me that it's not something that's brought you joy. I can't see the card. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? No, I'm just kidding. This is the card. It's the best I can do. I got shitty lighting, my dear. This is the card. 2 of Wands. Coffee makes everything better, and so does a fucking joint. But unfortunately, I only got one today.
I only got one today.
I'm just being realistic. Sometimes a pot brownie makes mommy happy.
Right?
Sorry, I'm a little bit of an asshole sometimes a brat. So when I do things, it's not me being an asshole, it's just me being a Scorpio, which some people do say is the asshole sign of the zodiac. But I like to think the Aries is the asshole sign of the zodiac. Or maybe the Libras. Sometimes Libras are weird. But I love my Libras. I love the whole fucking zodiac. What am I talking about? Except Scorpio men. Can't do it. Can't deal with them. My phone's being odd. I don't know what it is about the cell reception. I noticed I'm not the only one that's been having issues. But I pay like a lot of money at Verizon. Ugh. Shouldn't be dealing with this crap. Honey, Sarah, if you got a sweet Scorpio man, you better lock that motherfucker in a dungeon. Put wards all over his body and wrap it in bubble wrap, because that's as rare as a fucking single witcher that hasn't had sex. I'm sorry, I'm on this witcher kick. It's the only thing I got. I couldn't think of anything else. It probably would have been better if I had another analogy, but it's the only thing I got right now. But for real, I've never seen a Scorpio man that's sweet. So cherish it like a box of chocolate.
A fine box.
Like the hubby said, a fine box of chocolate. Ugh. Coffee, it's life. I still got to edit a video and upload it. I have been behind. I wasn't even going to go live today, and something told me, hey, you should go live. And I'm like, but I don't want to. And it's like, well, you better. Now I see why. Mm-hmm. Huh? Two more people. Babe, I got, at one point we had like 16 people in here. What are you talking about? That's why I was like, need help. It was like a little squirrel. You know that squirrel? What is that stupid movie, Ice Age, that always is losing his nut? That's what it felt like. I would get close and then something would happen. Oh, dear Lord. $50 readings in an hour and a half. That's a lot of energy. Can you play with your thought deck, please? Can you check me a card down, please? Yes, I can. Throw a coin to your witcher. Oh, shit. All right, girl, you asked for it. You get it. Pick your poison from door 1 to door 4. Hey, Lexi. Yes, you may. Oh, door 3. We've got a Prince of Cups in reverse. So it seems like we've got an older gent who is going against the current flow of how things should run. And seems to be spreading rumors. He's just a fun bowl of fuckery, ain't he? So who's the asshole? If I might so incline. Lexi. Whatever it is that you're looking for, Lexi, you found it. This is success. It is the 6 of discs. Dicks. The 6 of dicks. Could you just imagine that? Watch out when I make a tarot deck. But it is a successful transaction. So I'm not sure if normally when I see success, it's more of a money or more of a some kind of financial transfer of something. So it could either be a car, house, money, some kind of valuable goods that you were wanting. But either way it is, you succeed at it. So kudos to you. If you got a question, Omi, you need to go down and look at the description. That'll give you all the information to my Cash App. You're very welcome, dear. Unfortunately, sometimes the cards are very bleak, especially when I'm doing one card. One day we're going to have to get a full reading from you. That'll be a fun little adventure, wouldn't it? Figure out how you take. Hey, love. Let's give you a reading for all that hard work you did. Chaos does not even describe it. That was some Loki style fuckery. Do you do pregnancy readings? I do for a pre. I am so over today. I do for a fee. It just depends on what it is you're asking. Now, if you're asking a question, it's $5 for 2. If you're wanting a full reading, if you want a 1-card general rule, can't guarantee it's going to be about pregnancy. Me too. At least we're both on the same page of fuckery. By the way, Gabriella, Jupiter is showing its head, which means that there's some magic afoot. I don't know if you're planning to do some kind of ritual, or maybe you're looking towards a certain god or goddess. But it seems like the universe has heard your answer. I just want to know yes or no. And I just want to be able to pay bills by the end of the month. It's a great way, ain't it? Actually, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm coming off as an asshole. But realistically, for me to give a question answer, no matter if it's yes, no, fuck me, fuck you, or fuck her, or fuck him, I got to get paid for that, because if not, it's going to be the same fuckery every day, all day, every moment of the day. And if you've seen how many people I had on this channel later, you would understand what I'm exactly saying. Now, you can feel free to jump on any other body's page, and good luck to you, because a lot of them's not going to get free readings. But then again, they do have those card readings where you look for the little gemstone and you feel what feels right. So you might find your answer somewhere there. So, I mean, it's depends on how bad you want to know. Do you want a cheap route of $5 of 2 questions, or do you want to hope that someone's going to give you a free answer of a yes or no? Or you can do this. You can pick up a deck of cards, which is going to cost you about $20, and learn how to read tarot. And good luck with them yes or no questions, because tarot has its own energy and its own mind, and it's going to tell you whatever the fuck it wants to tell you, at least until you learn to tame that motherfucker. And that was my TED Talk. Seems like I'm being an ass, but I'm just going down through the list because I can tell you how it's going to be when it comes to tarot readers online. Mm-hmm. But I still like Sassy. You being real. If you look online, there's a few telltale signs. Now, if you have a necklace and you're not really, you know, bucos of money. If you have a necklace, take off your necklace, let it dangle, ask it to show you yes, ask it to show you no, and then once you do that and it shows you what direction, ask your question. Then go from there. Now, if you want confirmation on that, I'm here as always. I try to be straightforward, as straightforward as I can be. But sometimes I feel like I'm coming off as an ass instead of coming off as with information. And I don't like to seem rude, but I am realistic. Because trust me, because I wanted to see, because I've had readers pop up on mine. Cashapp is the Divine Witch, $. It's just like the name on the thing here, somewhere, right there. But I've checked out other tarot readers on here to see how they do things. And, you know, unlike them, I do it myself unless one of you beautiful people help me. 2, they won't even talk to you unless you send them money first. And to me, that is a little fuck up. Because, I mean, you're trying to help people. If you're wanting to help people, I can understand making your coin because this witcher likes to make her coin too. But when it comes to ignoring people and not having no connection with the subscribers that you have, to me, that's just fucked up. Because there has been plenty of times where I've ignored people wanting a reading so I could have a serious conversation with people in my chat. Like, you guys are, for one, paying for readings, or at least coming here every day and saying hi, kind of like a friend, you know what I mean? So why am I going to be an asshole to you and ignore you like you don't fucking exist? To me, that's some egotistical bullshit. And if anybody's going to treat you like that, especially a reader, then let me tell you this. They're in it for the money, and they don't give a fuck about you, nor the platform, nor the practice. And they can shove it up their ass. Not to mention, with me, you get giggles, snacks, and fuckery. And smoke breaks. It's just irritating. Like, it's like the other broad spectrum. Why should I charge people? It's not right to charge people. So you charge people when you're sick. You charge people when you want to get a product that they're giving you. You charge people when you want to change your garments or your clothes. But yet you want me to look into the future for you that takes my personal energy, not yours. And then I got to deal with you coming to me whenever the fuck you want, like I'm some coin slot machine at a circus. And yet I shouldn't get paid? Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. But that's just personal opinion. I like to rant. Hey, girl. New here. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm just zooming in and out. Having a nice discussion. Well, that's my thing. Like, I used to, when I first started reading, doing them for free, but a lot of people would use me for it. Or a lot of people would do witchcraft and have issues with it and then want me to cleanse their house every week, and I got tired of it. So when that shit started happening, I started putting a price tag on the things I do. All right, Karen, what do I got for you, my dear? Karen, you need to start doing what you want instead of what other people want you to do. North Node is the node that lets us know, hey, this is what we're wanting to do in life, what we are meant to do in life. And it seems like you're being stopped from doing what you love. You need to stop that shit, get on your own path, and do what it is that makes you happy. If there's someone standing in your way, you need to push them the fuck out of the way. No, you should. My boyfriend's grandmother used to charge 100 plus because it's pretty deep. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I hate I try to be reasonable because I don't want to rate people in prices. Because I know how it is when you don't have money. I know how it is when, you're down on your luck and you need help. That's why I offer the free readings. That's why I make it somewhat low and reasonable, because it's not only me sitting here reading. I'm literally getting to know people. I'm getting to know who they are. And believe it or not, you get to learn people a lot more online than you do in person, because in person we have this feeling that we have to be somebody or be a certain way to be accepted. But when you're talking to someone online, you don't have that fear. You can just be yourself, which I wish people would do in real life. It'd make life a hell of a lot easier. But when it comes to reading, I hate reading couples because shit always goes bad. And I hate reading children. And the reason I hate reading children is because children do a lot of fuckery. And when a parent wants a reading for a child, there's some things parents don't need to know because they're fucking dicks. Oh, shoot, you hate reading for me. I do not hate reading for you. I enjoy picking on you. You're not bad. Your mom seems pretty relaxed. I'm talking a child like 11, 12 years old, or maybe a fuckery 14. That's what I'm talking about. 16-year-olds normally have their shit together and they're pretty private and they got their own fucking cash. At that point, I don't care. But relationship ones are the fucking worst. Because they always say, yeah, we can handle it. We're good. And then they get a reading. And then when they get that reading, they're all like, well, you never told me that. You lied to me. Or that's not true. I know my man. All right. 2 months later, here they come. Booking a reading. You're right. I can't believe it. I didn't even have to fuck him to find out, did I? All right. Let's try to be a little bit more tasteful, I guess. All right, Smith. I haven't read you in a while. Let's see what's going on in your life. You're just trotting along, ain't you? Ooh, and you got some communication back. Slaying motherfuckers with your word, Smith. Slaying motherfuckers with your word. We got Aries and Mercury. Hey, baby. I love a woman who can bring down motherfuckers with her words. Turns me on a little bit.
We'll sit that there for a second. Be right back.
All right. If you ever get the chance to heat up coffee, that'd be great. It's like, it cracks me up when other readers get around me. It's hilarious. Because the last time I had a reader get around me, she's like, you have so much energy. You're like glowing. Are you pregnant? I'm like, fuck, better not be. Bitch don't got time for a third kid. And then I have to say, no, I'm just fat. Followed by, nah, me and my daughters are just that fucking tight. Which, by the way, if you guys learn anything from me, no matter if you come back and get a reading or not, or those who are really cool and come every fucking day because you guys are awesome, be careful on who you get a reading by. And this is why I say this, is because some people will use your stories as gossip, like local gossip in between, the pagan community. Now, there's sometimes I've actually taken stories from the lives and talked about them because it blew my mind, but it's not something that's secret because we're here on a fucking live. Let's be honest. But I'm talking about like when you have them backwoods or in private readings and you're actually got some shit that's coming out coming out. You know what I mean? Not this like love and light or work on your fucking shit. Like, we're talking about some demons are coming out of the closet shit. Just be careful who you choose, because there is a reader that is local. I'm not going to mention his name, but I know for a fact that he does not go by what some of us readers call the code of conduct, because some of us believe in kind of like a therapist or a doctor. Whatever you say is confidential between me and you. It goes nowhere besides us, and that's how it should be unless given permission. And just be careful on who you let read you, because some of them, if they're not gonna, can I get another reading? Sure, why not? I'm in the mood. And another thing to look out for is someone, here's a good thing, a rule of thumb. If you're getting a reading for someone who's also a witch, and you get a reading and you're for some reason having like shitty bad luck, that is another sign that that reader is not good for you. Because some readers like to take that personal energy and information you give and use it to create spell work to have you keep on coming back. Smith. What do we got for Smith? Smith, you got a new opportunity coming your way. Seems to be one of structure. Something to make you a little bit more stable in your current position. Congrats. Gabriella, you're making too many decisions. You need to take some time to think about what you're going to do before you plant those seeds. Everything we do, everything we say, everything we speak, we plant seeds with every word that comes out of our mouth. So just be careful on the words that you choose to speak. I also heard some readers can carry bad spirits. This is true. That is very true. You got to think, if you're reading people and you don't know how to ground yourself, you don't know how to protect yourself, and depending on what the magical path that they follow, some people can carry demons to work with them. Some people can carry other people's bad spirits. If they're going out and communicating with the dead, like seance style, and they're not protecting themselves, if they're buying things that are antique and not doing the proper cleansings on them. Hey, Ben, can I ask a favor? This involves you going to Walgreens. If you would. And you can get you whatever you want. I just need some cough drops or something, because my throat feels really raspy.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some spirits I have around me that people think are bad. And they're like, you need to cleanse. But I'm like, look, these fuckers ain't bad. They just tell me who else is bad. And they haven't steered me wrong yet. House of Self. See? Always follow that intuition. Intuition is not just something for witches. It's for everybody. You are very welcome, my dear. Isn't that the Hecate spirit? Well, I have some from Hecate that I've got. I've got some from Hades that I got. And I've got a few others. Which was weird. I got to tell you guys something. And you guys tell me if you've ever heard of it. Because I looked it up and there's only one thing that I found about it. And I figured I might as well put it here because maybe somebody will watch this later, or maybe even in the chat and knows what it is. But you remember that day that I got that call about the baby and possibility of it, not making it or whatever? Well, I was about to call my friend, had my phone in hand right after the live, and I ended up grabbing my phone, and all of a sudden I heard these old church bells. And I look at my husband, I'm like, what the hell is that? Why is there church bells? It's almost 9, 10 o'clock at night, and that never happens around here, and there's no churches that old with that kind of bell. He's like, I don't know. So I looked it up, and it said the meaning of death, or death is coming. But the weird thing about it is the girl ended up not, having the kid. They ended up getting everything situated, and she's back at home. And as far as I know, no one's on the brink of death. But it was just odd, just randomly. And I had asked one of my mentors, and he's like, I've had it happen once. Haven't heard nothing back from him. I'm assuming he doesn't know what the fuck it means either. And I'm just curious if anybody's ever had that happen. And if they have, what was the meaning behind it? Or do you know something I don't fucking know? Because I'm just trying to find out information on it because I'm like, what the hell does this mean? If you want to do questions, it'll be $5 for 2.
Give me a second, baby. I'm in the sewer and I'll go down there, okay?
Sarah, if you would ask her, I would appreciate it because I've never had that happen. Like, I've heard, different weird ass shit. Like, I've heard flutes in the middle of the night or drumming, or I've heard banshees screaming. I've heard people talking, or it sounded like there's a party going in my house. But normally I chuck that up too. My spirits are having fun and fuck it, right? But that is one of the ones that kind of threw me for a loop because I've never had that experience. And it's not something that I know what it is. I mean, that's possibility, Amy. I'm just trying to figure out what to, put it as. And then it was like the other day, my husband had mentioned he'd been seeing, someone upstairs peeking their head out, which I think that's the little girl playing little tricks. But in the middle of my living room the other day, right close to our TV, I seen this white orb about this size, but it almost looked like a medallion because it looked like you could see the designs and stuff in it. But I don't know what it is because literally when I say I seen it, it was like that. Like blink your eye, fucking gone. So that's kind of been on my mind. And I've been hearing things in the house here and there. That's why occasionally during videos you see me going, what the fuck was that? What was that? Or you just see me just stare off into the distance for a second. Thank you, Gabrielle. I don't know. It's just been odd. As far as how I deal with it, it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it doesn't scare me. It's just one of those things of like, what does it mean? I think that's the logical part of anybody's brain. Like when something happens, you try to find the logical information on it. And if there is no logical, then you go onto the supernatural and trying to figure out what it is. Well, that's the thing. Like the energy hasn't been dark. And normally when it's something too dark, that is something that I don't like. A broom will fall or something in the house will knock. That's another thing that's been happening recently. Like if someone's about to show up unannounced or call or something's not right, I get these knocks on my wall, like a warning. This property is almost 100 years old. And there's a website I could get onto to find out if anybody's actually ever died here. And I just haven't checked up the $14 to do it. I want to, but then part of me is like, I'm going to spend $14 for someone to tell me whether or not someone died here, but yet I already know the spirits that are here. So it's kind of one of those things where I've been kind of going back and forth, like, is it a logical sense of me spending money for that, or should I use money to go for a certain bill or dinner that night, or mom brain, right? I think it's just one of those things that it just depends. Sometimes it's a warning of, hey, you might want to check this out. I think sometimes it's someone trying to get your attention about something, and maybe they're hoping that if they can get through in some way, that it'll work. But sometimes it's just to fuck with you. Yeah, there was a thing I was reading. I'm not sure, Amy, if it's exactly what you're going through, but on the video that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow, it's actually on Yule, and Yule, winter solstice, and Saturnalia. And one of the things that I found was an old tale. I'm going to have to look it up. Maybe I can find it and put it in the description later. I probably won't remember, let's be honest, but I will put it up at some point. But it's a story that when the winter months come, the dark elves come to play pretty much. So these elves are called winter elves. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a better name for winter elves, but it's basically what I told myself in my mind when I was reading it. And they can come in and cause chaos during the winter months. So I'm kind of thinking that that's probably is what's going on, is I've got some elves coming in fucking with shit just to fuck with me. And this is my first time actually having that experience. So I'm not really sure. It's one of those things where it's kind of like a hit and miss. You make your probable causes and go down the list and see what happens. Give me 1 second, Smith. All right.
What did you need for you?
I need cough drops. If we need pop, get pop. If you want anything, get whatever you need. But as far as that's the only thing I really need right now.
Anything? Unless you want something else. Cough drops and pop then, right?
Cough drops, pop. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we need? I can't really think of anything. If you can, go for it. But I can't really think of anything. I'm not rushing you back here, you know what I mean?
How much I got?
Enough. You scrolling up ain't doing nothing for you. Hit the bottom corner. That's how much you got. The fuck is... What is my broom being down?
I just fell.
That explains that. Sorry, guys. I got distracted by the hubby. Smith, what is your questions, baby? Get a reading on between me and your ex. I've heard you, if you hear knocking at your door, but no one is there, don't open the door. My boyfriend was attacked by a shadow being last night, and something came back after him shortly. Sarah, let me finish this reading with Smith and we'll get back on that. All right, what do we got? Taurus energy, so that means stubborn. Then we got Cancer or Gemini in reverse, so it means that they're never... They have a very indecisive mind when it comes to matters of love. And it also seems that there's love, hope, wanting to build something. It seems kind of like you guys are balanced for each other. And the reason I say that is because you got the sun and the 8th house, which is a house of balance, where one may be chaotic and a little bit out there, while the other one is more calm and logical in their relationship. Let's see. What the fuck is that? I think I've got a rogue mouse in this room, and it is driving me fucking nuts. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, so there's a lack of money, a lack of balance. A mouse, yes. See, my house is old, therefore I got mice occasionally that come in because there's a field right by my house. And mice, for some reason, love my fucking house. I've literally got traps, an outdoor cat, a dog that thinks she's a cat. It's fucking nuts. So, Pluto is a lot of dark, cold, negative emotions. A lack of money and a lack of balance. So that means that their finances are not as great as they should be. And instead of following what they should be doing in their life, they're following what they think they should, which is causing issues between you and him. It seems like you're more the level head while he's more the free little butterfly. And what it all comes down to is there's a lack of self-care within the first house. So that's the house of self. And Aquariuses normally have this energy of being so great, but it seems like there's some depression. And with the depression comes a little bit of a creative spark. So let's see what it does in between you and them together. What is the balance between them two? All right. Mars at war. So it's always like a constant battle between wit and bronze. It's like one does one thing and then the other does another thing. It's kind of like someone who's always in a fight with someone and they got to one-up each other, but every time they one-up each other, they end up hurting each other even worse. So that's kind of like where your relationship is. It's fucking chaotic, but there's a balance within the chaos. Let's see. Is there anything that's going to actually come of it, though? Let's find out. Is there anything going to come out of this chaos? You guys are going to be swimming around for a while, which basically means you guys, until you both learn to come to a sense of stability in both your lives, which means that he has to get his head out of his ass, you're not going to be able to have any really stable relationship with him. I mean, it'd be good for a fuck boy, but other than that, I wouldn't put my cards all in his basket, so to speak. Not really sure that's what you were looking for, but fortunately that's what we got. But back to this mouse. Yeah, they're fucking assholes. And they're not as bad as they were. But there's one that's like running rampant. That just, oh, I want to get it so bad. It's driving me nuts. And to have an exterminator in this house just would not work. Because I got dogs, and all they do is lay them little bait trap shit, which would kill my dogs. So it's like a never ending thing. To attack the boyfriend. I've never had one attack me as of yet, but I protect myself. Like literally, I'm not flipping you guys off. You see this ring? I never take this off. Every year on Samhain, I bless this ring. I also bless the pinnacle that is on my back. And I also bless my trident every year. And then every once a month, that is not my marriage ring. That, my marriage ring, that's a story. But basically what happened with that is there was one point in time where we got really bad down. I mean, like so bad where we had no food in the house. And it basically came to be like one of those situations where you have to pawn something and then you buy it back. Well, I ended up losing my ring. So he's tried to get me a few other rings and they just never worked out. So after that, we kind of just let this one be. But eventually he does plan to get me a new ring. But, you know, there's no ill will because it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'd rather give up possessions and have stuff for my family when they need it. But that was many moons ago. Many, many moons. This one was one that I was looking for because I wanted a pinnacle ring, and I walked into this old antique store, and it's like I zoomed in on it, and the price she wanted was the exact price I had in my wallet, and I got it. Good night, Amy, dear. Hopefully all is well. That would be my Cashapp, dear. The reason I got the trident was because of a dream. There was a dream, and it was the trident I was given by one of my deities, and I had it tattooed permanently on me. And that's how I got my trident tattoo and why. It was one of those things where, like, I looked at it for a long time, and I was like, I need that fucking tattoo. I need that on my skin. Like, even after I had the dream, something told me, you need that on your skin. So I just went ahead and I got it done. It hurt like hell. I don't recommend it. And I don't know, it brings me a sense of peace. Because every time I look at it, it reminds me of that dream. It reminds me of that moment. And it reminds me to keep on pushing on. I don't know why, but it just does. And the more that I go on my spiritual journey, the more it just seems to make sense. Like Hecate's been known with a trident. Hades has been known with a trident. Poseidon as well. But that's crazy, Sarah. My mom said angels are nearby if you hear bells. Gods know I need an angel or two. All right, dear. You have a good night and try to be safe. It probably won't be too much longer, and I'll be jumping off here for a little bit. Thank you, Crystal, for throwing some coin my way. I appreciate it. Tell your mom I said hi, Gabriella. Mwah. Yeah. What question do you want to ask, my dear? You're going to end up hearing from him again, but he's not going to be the exact same person as you knew. And the things are going to be said that you may not enjoy, which are going to lead you to a moment of kind of a toss-up on exactly how you want to let people in again. Because I feel like some of the things that they're going to say isn't going to be so nice. But I do got a feeling that eventually down the road, probably within 3 months or so, you guys will be talking. Actually, it could be anywhere between 3 days to 3 months. It's not an exact science, but that seems to be about the time. But just don't expect the best outcome. Orbus Sky, or is that supposed to be shy? Ooh, Scorpio, so that explains it. There's two good things about Scorpios: the sex, and when you got one on your side. But when Scorpios are against each other, it's a battle to the death. If it's possible, I would leave the past in the past. If at all possible. If you can't, don't be eager. Let them come to you. The more you're eager, the more they feel that they have control. Don't give them control. If there's anything that draws a Scorpio man in more, it's someone who seems distant and not so easy to catch. At least that's been my experience. Keep your guard up, but play it smart. You're a Scorpio woman. Shouldn't be no hard. I think what makes him mad is not the fact of you ignoring him. It's the fact that you're actually taking up for yourself and doing what you feel you should be doing instead of doing exactly what he wants. He's got to realize you're your own person. You don't follow his rule. The only time a woman will ever follow the lead of a man is when he proves himself of worth. And if he has not proved himself of worth, then he does not deserve you. At least that's how I see it in my eyes. Exactly. Don't let him try to take what's yours. Sometimes that's all men have as their words. But what they don't realize is our words can cut a little bit deeper because we pay a lot of close attention. Don't take his shit. You have just as much power as he does. And if he thinks he can walk all over you, show him that he's got another thing fucking coming. And if he can't deal with that, then that's why we take those in our situation and we get a hold of those friends who are guys who love us and have been waiting to kick his ass. You know what you do? Always keep a hot pan. Hot pan in the oven, or always keep something on you. They come at you, you grab anything that you fucking have and you swing with all your fucking might. And that's exactly what he deserves. Exactly. Just remember to keep it changed up. Never have it in the same place twice. That way they never know which angle it's going to come from. I've seen what abuse does to people, man. It's fucking horrible. And that's the one thing that I've always said. If a man ever puts his hands on me, that'll be the day he dies. Or at least the day he realizes he fucked with the wrong motherfucker. And sometimes they catch us off guard, but then that's when we realize, hey, okay, that's cool. Because eventually one day you're going to need help. And I'm not going to be there. Just remember your power and just don't let them take it. Don't put yourself in a situation that you already know that's bad for you, even if you feel some bit of love. Because love is something that comes and goes. And many people can give you love. But anybody who's going to give you grief or a bruise isn't worth your fucking time of day. Exactly. And that shows the type of man he is. Now, if there's no connection as far as kids or anything like that, you have no reins or no boulder or no ball and chain to keep you attached to him. He can just fucking move on and you can live your best life. Exactly. If he ain't trying to bring you up or, lift you up spiritually, mentally, financially, or physically, then he's not worth your time. Because someone who loves you is going to see you as your worth. Don't let someone who is a scoundrel try to dress up as your knight in shining armor and then blame you when the castle burns down. No. It seems like you've got a good head on your shoulders and, you just need to keep on reminding yourself that you're worth a lot more than what he's trying to throw towards you. As long as you remember that, you'll be fine. You'll get over him. He'll be a distant memory, another notch on the bedpost. Of course, because if he tried to blame himself, that would mean he would actually have to look at himself and think about what he's done. But in his case, it's everybody else's problem and never his problem. This is why I always say shadow work is an important thing. We've got to learn to work past our own demons instead of trying to go hunting after everyone else's. Exactly. Narcissism at its best. I wouldn't let it get to you. You seem to be on the right path, and as long as you keep that, you shall be good. That's why you take that care and you put it on to yourself. Caring for someone who doesn't care for you does you no good, nor them. Have a good night, Sarah. If I wouldn't even try to make it work, you're giving him more than he's giving you. You need to give up. And I'm not saying that just to tell you to give up. I'm just saying that because if someone's going to lay their hands on you, lie to you, manipulate you, gaslight you, that's not love. That's just someone trying to get through life and blame someone else for their fucking tragedies. You deserve a lot more. Don't give yourself less than you deserve. Because if you keep on going back to him and keep on giving in to him, all you're saying is you're not worth nothing and that you're getting what you deserve, which is opposite of what the fact is. So, yeah. And if you'll heat this up too, that would be awesome. And there's a Chuggy Wuggy in there. Thank you.
I'm so awesome.
Thank you. Hey, by the way, your dad bought creamer. Mm-hmm.
Where is he?
Outside. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes life puts people on our path, not as karma, but to show us what we don't want in life. Because sometimes we get this romantic notion of the bad boy or the guy that we can mold to make him our own. And then so life gives us what we think we want. And then we realize real quick what we fucking don't want. And then we learn and we grow, we move the fuck on and enjoy the next one and know what to watch out for. Yeah. I wouldn't do it. Oh, my throat. Gimme, gimme. Yes.
Yes.
Huh? Give me one. Give me. Oh, my throat. Thank you. Thank you. Mold.
Hey, mold.
Oh, you got kisses. Cookies and cream. Well, do you want to put that on the table? Put that in there. That's the reason why we had that one, because we didn't have that.
We didn't have that.
I'm going to show you. This is what he comes home with. Someone's planning something. Thank you.
I'm gonna steal you.
Sometimes being the same isn't the greatest. Well, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the situation in hand.
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to. That place is outrageous.
Yeah, they are, but some of their stuff's cheap. Plus, I got reward points if you use my phone number.
I did.
Good boy. These are pretty nice, though. They soothe the throat. Well, I've been on here for about 2 hours and a half, giving life advice and all that jazz. And I think I'm going to cut it short tonight. Well, it's not really short, is it? So, feel free to come back. Like the channel, subscribe. Helps the girl out. And you, Crystal, need to get the fuck out of the relationship. I can say it 10 ways till Sunday, but it's up to you on what you do. Just try to make sure that you know your worth. And if you're willing to put up with that, you've already said what you are worth. So you need to pick your destiny. Let go of the douchebag. Much love. Goodbye.